All right, this is a popcorn bucket, so don't get any ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get any ideas. Even though
The
that looks like it would fit.
That tongue.
That looks like it would fit.
They knew what they were doing when they made that.
I mean, it was designed by Deadpool.
So that's some merch. Huh? Did they have other merch?
I mean, they had other merch, but this is what everybody wanted. This is what they put on social media. That had people going like, they did not really do that, did they? They did.
Doctor Doom's kind of like Magneto. Like, there's so much more depth to the character.
Yeah.
Like Omega level threat for a reason. They're amazing. The feats that he's done, the things that he remember when he was even good in the comic book. He had a moment he was doing good, everybody, and then he got betrayed by Mr. Fantastic and him. Like he was legitimately gonna be. He's like, I'm done being a villain, and then what happens? Knife in the back. And he's like, this is why I'm a villain. This is why I'm a villain. Not done. So that's what we need, because I believe that the COVID, all that was designed to separate us and bring us.
You just censor COVID in 2024.
Look, dude, I don't know how
we don't care anymore.
Listen, I know it's a pandemic, but the point is, people are weird. Anyway, the point is that we need this. This was a good move. I guess they're setting up for another Avengers, because I guess Chris Hemsworth was talking about it. They're going to do either another Thor / Avengers, or they're going to be pushing the new Avengers. So,
speaking of Avengers, okay, announcement at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back? Tell a friend?
RDJ's back.
Wow.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
How much money did they have to offer him to come back? That's crazy.
They probably gave him a stake in the company at that point.
Something, because their company was drowning. So you were that desperate that you had to bring back somebody who was dead, quote unquote, left in 2019. Yeah. He's been gone 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years to get your act together and prove that you didn't need him or Chris Evans or or anybody else, Chadwick Boswick, got rest in peace. And you didn't do it. So,
but get this, he's not coming back as an Iron Man flashback.
What? What's he being casted as?
He's not coming back as Iron Man at all.
I wonder who's going to take that role up there, that mantle. That's a big seat to sit. What is he coming back as?
Victor Von Doom.
Wow. Doom is... And Dr. Doom... And that's another argument. Dr. Doom was in Fantastic Four. We all know it was a little cheesy, It was a little, even Chris Evans when he played Human Torch and everything.
Dr. Doom.
That's sick, man. Good move. Shout out. That was a.
And think about there's comic books about it already.
Well, of course, that is canon. So good move on their part. Good on RDJ stepping up and taking that project on.
But does it come off as a bit of a move of desperality?
Absolutely. Anybody who doesn't see that, of course, they tried younger casts. They went MCU. That failed dramatically, like we all knew it would. The last 5 years has shown you it's not working. She-Hulk flopped. Yeah. Echo flopped. Every female thing, Captain Marvel, the Marvels, it all flopped. Internals flopped. When you push strong female leads with no type of build-up, no type of lead-up to it, they just instantly are great at what they're doing. Why would anybody care about that? It's all about the hero's journey. These are comic book heroes. We want the journey. Why do you think we love Peter Parker so much? Because in spite of everything happening, this man is struggling in everything.
Despite that, I think in the Spider-Man universe, I think if they put out like a Gwen Stacy movie or a Spider-Gwen movie, I think that would do pretty good. Because people love...
Absolutely.
I think people love that
But
franchise.
They would need to do it the right way. Do like you did with Peter Parker. He's struggling. Everything is always beating him down on top of literally these villains that come at him, and everybody. And mind you, he holds back.
Yeah.
He never goes full power. He holds back all the time.
You hear that, Bruce Wayne? He never goes full power. You don't have to just be beating up people over candy bars, man.
Jaywalking, everything. But if they could develop it well enough, like they've done with everything, take their time. Let's get to know this person, see how they got their abilities, how other heroes can kind of coincide with other villains, introduce other symbiotes and other cool things like that. It can work. I agree. But this is big, monumental news because I believe the Deadpool and Wolverine thing, they knew it was going to do good, but I didn't think they anticipated it to do so well. Mm-hmm. Because of Ryan Reynolds' star power and Hugh Jackman. People love both of them so much.
But the thing about it is, so if you haven't seen the movie does really well at self-deprecating. So Disney knows its mistakes. It knows its failures. And the thing about Deadpool is makes fun of that. It's like, okay, yeah, we know we made some mistakes in the past. We messed up previously. So we're able to make fun of ourselves and then move forward. Let me ask this question since we were talking about female leads in superhero movies. Why is it that superhero female leads fell in Marvel movies? Do you think it's because, and this is my theory, is that when we have a female lead in these superhero movies, it's always on the realm of having something to prove. When it was She-Hulk, it was, it's something to prove in a man's world. And they always go off that narrative of some sort of patriarchal shit.
Yes, because it pushes the same agenda. Patriarchy's keeping you, we're oppressing you, this and that. I got to prove myself, how much better, how much smarter we are. There's always the incompetent male lead, or the male person's always the males that are involved in it. The other protagonists or antagonists are all incompetent to make the woman look better. Any other supporting protagonist women always are strong and amazing too. No, they're comic.
It's like, what happened to the strong female leads we had from like the 80s, like Terminator?
Or shoot, look at even Alien. Why did we love Alien so much? We cared about her. We cared about her story. Ripley was awesome. Still today, even when they made her daughter, when they made a video game out of it.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, great game.
I don't know. There's so many different avenues they can take other than trying to fight this agenda or whatever the hell. And I hate saying it like that because it's been beaten to the holy hell.
We all know. We all said the same. But if you still like supporting Star Wars or even recent Marvels, anything, it's you just got to be pretty blind, or you just don't care about a good storytelling. The Boys are winning for a reason. Invincible's doing well for a reason. Fallout was received so well for a reason because they told great stories.
Right.
All based on video game comic book things. The adaptations to IRL translated beautifully.
Oh, and then there's also the fact that it's not only like women leads. I think a lot of people have problems with the passing of the torch, because if you look at, say, the Young Avengers and a lot of the TV shows that they brought up, they are being shown as being replacements for
what we know,
for the people that we grew up with.
Of course.
Which it was going to happen regardless.
They're going to pass the mantle. It's inevitability. But maybe there should be a little bit more of a build-up, perhaps, some way of...
I think is I know about the Young Avengers because, I played the games, I read the comic books.
Of course.
So I know exactly where they're going with it.
Of course.
A lot of people don't understand that because a lot of people don't read the comic books.
Well, no, but you got to think. When a lot of people's first introduction was, if they didn't watch it in the 90s as a kid, was 2008. Well, honestly, let's just take a step back. Shout out to Blade. Because if it wasn't for Wesley Snipes playing Blade, Iron Man wouldn't have been able to be here.
Go watch Deadpool.
Okay, that's fair.
Go watch Deadpool.
Okay.
Like I said, there was a cameo in there, and I was like, my man.
Yeah, okay. So that's fair enough. But let's give Blade, Wesley Snipes' credit. A lot of people were introduced right then and there with Blade. They didn't know. A lot of people thought it was just a regular vampire movie. And then they went, this is a Marvel movie? Okay. And then from there, we got Iron Man in 2008. So.
Oh, dude, you skipped. Hold on. You skipped X-Men from Fox.
Oh, okay. Listen.
Because Iron Man was MCU. You gotta go Marvel. You gotta go X-Men in 2000 after Blade.
But X-Men was still not part of.
And neither was Blade.
Well, no, technically, but it was a Fox studio.
Yeah, none of those were MCU except like the first MCU movie was Iron Man.
It was technically Iron Man.
Everything previous.
Well, because I liked
like Punisher.
And the first Punisher was good. I enjoyed the first Punisher. It was actually good. The second one, Warzone, was a little shaky. Daredevil. We don't talk about Daredevil or Elektra.
Elektra wasn't bad.
It was better than Daredevil. I will give you that. Even with Colin Farrell being up in that, that was a little bit. But anyway, we've had other things in the Hulk. People need to get the Hulk a little bit. Was the CGI a little... but it was a decent movie. I
like the actor. I like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk as well.
The main thing is the fact that you have to bring somebody who was told you he was done with the franchise, paying an absurd amount of money to come back, indicates a bigger problem at hand. You haven't set up your stuff well enough. You haven't found enough actors or actresses.
But so this is also a contingency plan, though, because with Jonathan Majors being fired,
but he's back. Right? Well, but he's back though, and apparently they're going to let him come back. Apparently,
is he back?
Yes, they confirmed. Everybody, they've been they're actually pushing him. He's getting movie things again. They've let. I guess his little timeout corner thing is over.
Is Jonathan Majors coming back? Yeah, I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah, there's some. I think he's got some movies and stuff, and he may be coming back to Disney. After look what happened with Johnny Depp. He's doing a Pirates movie, so why wouldn't they give him a shot?
As far as Kang Dynasty, Avengers, that's been scrapped for Avengers Doomsday.
Which makes sense. It's a good move, though.
Because, I don't
Doctor
know.
Doom is underrated. Man. I love Doctor Doom.
I like Doctor Doom, the villain, better than Kang.
I agree. Doctor Doom, and they did a decent job, but Doctor Doom's kind of like Magneto. Like, there's so much more depth to the character.
Yeah.
Like, Omega level threat for a reason. They're amazing. The feats that he's done, the things that he... remember when he was even good in the comic book. He had a moment he was doing good, everybody, and then he got betrayed by Mr. Fantastic and them. Like, he was legitimately going to be... He's like, I'm done being a villain, and then what happens? Knife in the back. And he's like, this is why I'm a villain. This is why. This is why I'm a villain. Not done. I'm
motherfuckers out here.
His wife. You did that to his wife, bro. Anyway, comic books. But the point is it's amazing they did this. Does it revitalize a little more hope? I don't like throwing that word. Hope in the franchise.
You gotta look at it. A comic book or any movie really is only as good as its antagonist.
Okay. Now, did they have announced? Is it going to be the Fantastic Four?
Oh, you know that with Doom being the villain, they're going to be bringing the Fantastic Four into the Avengers.
They've already set up Pedro and all of them getting ready to set up.
So they're setting up for some cool shit. Hopefully.
Okay, and then we got the Red Hulk coming with Harrison Ford and all that too.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about Captain America. What is it called? A New Day or
something like that.
Something like that. So I'm excited for it. More because it just seems to be more of a serious Marvel movie. It's not going to be like a super jokey like Thor, Love and Thunder. It's going to be more of like a political thriller. So kind of like Winter Soldier.
Okay.
So
Winter Soldier was good. Combat fight scenes.
Yeah, people argue that that's the best Marvel movie.
I would say so. Easily should bare minimum top 3. Bare minimum. That was great when they were fighting in the street. I was like, ooh.
Well, fighting in the elevator.
Well, that elevator scene too.
The elevator scene was like for the longest time it's been the best fight scene
choreographer
in the MCU.
This is like 8 dudes in there, bro.
But now there's 2 scenes in the new Deadpool. The beginning sequence to the NSYNC song. Or another scene later on in the movie when they have to fight inside of a vehicle. Man,
I guess the Deadpool formula, whether it's Ryan Wilson or the director or a combination of everybody, they need to just, this is one of those few times, the copy, just paste it. Let's do this. Don't do the exact same fight choreography or whatever, but obviously vary it up, but it's working. People are seeing it. People are showing up. People have given up going to movie theaters for $22 a ticket or whatever it is. Why would I not wait till it gets streamed?
As a matter of fact, I don't only got a ticket, I got some merch with it too. All right, this is a popcorn bucket, so don't get any ideas. Yeah, don't get any ideas, even though that looks like it would fit.
That tongue.
That looks like it would fit.
They knew what they were doing when they made that.
I mean, it was designed by Deadpool.
So that's the merch. Huh? Did they have other merch?
I mean, they had other merch, but this is what everybody wanted. This is what they put on social media. That had people going like, they did not really do that, did they? They did.
Wow. Was that like $50 or something?
This is like $25.
Oh,
and it comes with popcorn.
Now, throwback. Anybody who gamed back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, early 2010s, launch days in gaming.
Oh, the midnight releases. Back when we used to go to GameStop over at the mall.
GameStop or in the mall, or you would go and you'd buy the director's, you spend the extra money, and you get the Legendary Edition or the Director's Cut Edition, and you would get a cool thing like that. So that's what they did. That was smart to play on that nostalgia.
Well, I think what movie theaters have to do that, though. Especially when it's a movie that popular. So it started off with Dune, AMC. They had that Dune popcorn bucket.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people were getting that.
Oh, okay.
But I think you're going to see a lot more like in-theater movie merch to help drive sales.
So you think this is this kind of a way to revitalize? You think it's going to help the movie theater sell? You think?
I hope so, because I mean, it's a culture.
It is.
It's one thing to stream it on whatever platform, but it's another thing to go see it with a bunch of people you don't know and getting all these authentic reactions.
Well, because it's some of the best memories. I mean, was it packed? Was it packed?
It was packed. I was sitting next to this chick who was laughing at all the jokes that were only kind of funny, or they were funny, but she was taking it way up here. And I'm like, dear God.
But yeah, it's a different vibe. Especially, I mean, come on, everybody remembers the energy from Infinity War and Endgame and Spider-Man. No Way Home, when you go to these and people dress up in costumes, and
Yeah.
it's a vibe.
For Endgame, I dressed up as Thor.
See what I'm saying?
I was Terry Crews Thor.
See what I'm saying? So it's a vibe. So they're trying to use that because that camaraderie is needed. People,
Right.
when you're around other people, you're all experiencing it together, and nobody's being a jerk and ruin it for everything with spoilers or whatever.
No. Yeah.
You know, that's what we need because I believe that the COVID, all that was designed to separate us and bring us.
You just censor COVID in 2024.
Look, dude, I don't know how these
We
people
don't care anymore.
Listen, I know it's a pandemic, but the point is people are weird. Anyway, the point is that we need this. This was a good move. I think, and I really hope that moving forward, they continue to do this. That Marvel can save itself from, Deadpool.
Impending doom, yeah.
So, you think we're gonna get another Deadpool in another 2 years? Is the move, or
I don't know the frequency though. It's like it really just depends because it really just depends because we're in the multiversal era, which I hate time travel because it's such a MacGuffin.
It just seems like you could pull out so many different things and run with this, but you can also see why they did with the whole Jonathan Majors thing. It just frees you up so if something does go wrong, and hopefully you didn't invest too much money, you didn't shoot too much for it.
Right.
We can then pivot just like they did, pivot to something else.
It makes you wonder how they're gonna pivot with Ant-Man and his whole shenanigans because that was all based around Quantumania.
But is he a hero do you think a lot of people like Ant-Man and the Wasp? Do they really care for him?
I think a lot of people like Paul Rudd.
I think that's really what it is. He's a likable person, so
He's like, I don't know, top 5 favorite white people.
oh, okay.
Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, they're all pretty. Seem like they seem real stand-up dudes.
I had a whole list.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. We love all white people.
Yeah. Got 5 black ones to go.
Oh, no.
Well, that being said,
Denzel, Morgan Freeman. Oh man. Yeah. With that said,
I'm glad, man. That's good. I'm really glad that things seem like they're swinging up. So I guess you recommend going out of 10. What would you give the rating of the movie going to see it?
so Deadpool, it's definitely not a 10. I do think it was worse than the first 2.
Okay, so it had a great turnout, but it was worse than the other 2.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What made it
I
worse?
think the other 2 had a better story. This one just had a very simple premise. Very simple premise. I think it was the story is based more around nostalgia bait.
So kind of like what they did with The Flash, where they used Michael Keaton.
No, don't even compare it to The Flash.
Okay.
The Flash did it wrong. Deadpool did it wrong.
I mean, on top of the ghetto running. My man throwing up J's and skiing along, tiptoeing in his Jordans, just skiing along.
Tiptoeing in my Jordan.
So, but I guess they played on that, and then the fact that Hugh Jackman was in it.
Yeah, so it was more nostalgia, less story.
So it was maybe their way of hooking people back into the franchise, getting them in,
and so I look at it like this: Deadpool and Wolverine was basically the induction of 21st Century Fox into the MCU. And there's a lot of symbolism in the movie that shows that.
Okay. Because we got X-Men coming soon, too. Everybody was hyped for that. After the X-Men 97, how successful that was. And the fact that a couple episodes won Emmys, which is crazy to me, cartoon won Emmys.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for that, dude.
It's awesome. I mean, and then everybody's saying the same thing I'm saying. When are we getting a Gambit movie? I love Gambit. When are we going to get a Gambit movie?
So we were supposed to get one with Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But we didn't get one.
Yeah. But
go watch Deadpool.
Okay.
Go watch Deadpool.
So go watch Deadpool. Not as good as the other 2, but go still take your time. Get the popcorn bowl.
It's not as good as the other 2, but it's better than almost everything that's come out over the past 6 years.
Okay.
6 years.
5 years? Because 2019 was Endgame.
Yeah, let's say 4 years because
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy was good. Loki season 2 was good.
So, but those are the only things carrying the whole franchise.
Spider-Man was good.
Yeah, they're the only things carrying the franchise. That's it. Those 3, all male-driven protagonists, all carrying the franchise right now.
But Spider-Man can also be guilty as being nostalgia bait as well.
You're right. I think also a lot of people
and if you count the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Because, this is what I want Marvel to do. Pay attention, Kevin Feige. Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
We are already in the multiversal era. Bring them into the live action. Give us a Miles Morales.
They probably are. I guarantee they're gonna. There's something next year or 2. They're gonna drop little nuggets. I want Spider-Man 2099.
Because when you go from cartoon to real life, it's kind of like Space Jam. They can do that still. Yeah. That happened in '96.
Yeah, that's true.
Or whatever year that happened.
Yeah.
So
96 sounds right. 96, 95. Sounds right.
Yeah, man.
Space Jam came out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But okay, so go see it, folks. You heard it here.
Yeah, with that said, we've talked about Marvel for about 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
You guys know what to do.
Like, subscribe, share this. You know. Tell your pastor about it.
Tell your pastor. Tell your
cook, your chef. What else do people hold?
Don't tell your wife. She won't stay off our channel.
I'm Will Robertson.
It's the man, the myth, the philanthropist. My name is Malcolm Eugene.
Don't cancel us. We're out of here.
We out you.
His wife?
We're not a podcast.